Hi, have you ever wondered how they add embroidery of your favorite designs to shirts or blankets for gifts? Well, today we're going to step inside of a commercial size embroidery shop to see just that. Hopefully by the end of this video you'll learn and not only take away some experience for your next retail purchase. Things that you will need for commercial embroidery are a commercial embroidery machine, not pictured, and a computer, not pictured. However, everything else is pictured. You will need Willcom Dico Studios, a program that we'll be using for embroidery today, a product, thread of different colors, a hoop, backing, a floppy disk, or in some cases newer commercial embroidery machines use flash drives, a ruler, needles, bobbin, snips, a small pair of pliers, and scissors. However, for more in-depth designs, you can use Adobe Illustrator and SignLab 9. Alright, now we're going to lay out and then hoop the product. Today we're using a t-shirt, so we're going to take your hoop. It comes in two little circles. You're going to take your inner circle and stick it behind inside the shirt. You will then take your backing, because this is a thinner material, and stick it inside the shirt on top of that hoop that you just inserted. You will then try and get it kind of straight where the print is planning on going, and you're going to stick this top hoop and slide it down in place on top of this, making sure that your cutouts are in the bottom and you have one cutout in the top right. Otherwise it will not fit on the machine correctly. When you think you get it straight, you're going to press down a little bit and get the hoop that was behind it further into place. You will then take your pliers and tighten up that small screw in the back to make sure that your hoop does not fall off while embroidering. This will cause you to mess up your product. And then at the end, you need to take your ruler and measure it out. This is 5.5 inches in diameter, to make sure that when you're making your design that you do not go over that. For the simple fact, if you go over 5.5 inches now, it will sew into or embroider into your hoop, which is not going to make for a good design. Now I'm going to show you how to lay out your wording or your design. Today we're going to be using the text Miss Rogers, and we're going to type it in right here where it says enter text. Then we're going to create text, which is a button right up under that, and then click in this gridded area. Now right now the font looks kind of blocky. Well, the selected alphabet or font right here is blocked too. Let's find something a little bit more appropriate for the situation that we're currently in. I'm going to go with Flash. Okay? Now we're going to need to size this up and make sure this is a little bit bigger, so it's going on shirt. The width right now is about 2.5 inches and the height is about 1/2 inch. Let's just go ahead and start sizing this up to probably at the most maybe about 3.5 inches wide. You're going to find the corner of this grouped area. You're going to hold shift, left click with your mouse, and slowly pull, and as you can see, that width area, the number is slowly going up. I'm going to stop it a little bit short of 3.5 inches, about 3 1/4, maybe a little over. and it should say somewhere around 3.25. Now the height is about 3/4 of an inch. We're going to left click below the R on that little dot and pull it downward until it says the height is about roughly an inch. This makes for a decent sized font for it going on a t-shirt. Now, if you want to see a difference in color, there's some colors displayed down here in the bottom that will give you a rough estimate of how it might look in a different color. The hot pink doesn't look bad. So now let's go to File and Save As, then go to Computer, and you should see floppy disk drive down here. We're going to save it in that. However, we need to take our floppy disk and insert it into our floppy disk drive first. Then we're going to left click, double click actually, on our floppy disk drive, which will open up our floppy disk. Then, as you see, the Save As type is a .emb. You're going to need to change that to a .dst. So the file name now is a ms space rogers.dst file. You will then click Save. Okay, now we're going to embroider. You're going to need to turn your machine on via the breaker in the bottom right corner, and then you're going to need to turn your head on. Currently it's off. It has a little light, and you're going to turn it to the next notch up, and it will turn green. The next thing we need to do is check our bobbin. This one's just about empty, so we're going to take it out and replace it. And we are going to fit our new one in, and then you're going to take your bobbin and run it around and into this notch here, back around, and you'll see the pigtail. You'll run it around the pigtail twice until it's in good, and then it's ready to go back in. Next, we're going to set up our file that we want to embroider. We're going to stick our floppy disk in, press A, and set. Then we're going to use our rotator to find the name of the file that we had currently saved it as back on the computer. Here it is, Miss Roger. We're going to use set to select that file. Then you just heard the beep to let you know that the file was selected. You are then going to pick out your colors. You're going to hit B, and now we're going to do a black on this product. So our black thread is number 4. Number 4 in the machine is there. Select it, and the dash means we don't need another color. So we're going to select that. And to go back to our regular screen to make sure everything's still fine, we're going to press the button right here. Now we're going to stick our product that was hooped earlier on the machine. Those 2 notches on the back are to make sure it clips into place so it doesn't move while it's embroidering. And you're going to run your hand up through the back of the shirt and make sure that no fabric is hung between the machine or the bobbin or the about to sew needle, and it's just what's going to be embroidered. And then to start, all you're going to do is press this green button. scissors, because it's been finished embroidering, you're going to take it off the embroidery machine and unhoop it. Now you need to cut this backing out. So you're going to turn your product inside out to get to the backing. This is where you're going to take your scissors and cut out the backing, making sure as to not to get too close to the letters when cutting the backing out, because if you do, your letters will then come out. Alright, now you're going to turn the product back the way it was supposed to be and hold it up, and you've got a finished product.